You okay now?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Aaliyah, shut up.
All right.
Go ahead.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's your girl, Chey, and welcome back to the CheyTea podcast.
Not the high note.
Whoa.
Hey.
Outside.
Ain't that a gal then what?
Whoa, whoa.
Wow.
It's the mom. It's the
Come on, the mom. Are you dumb? Come on, song.
right now.
Not the marks.
No, that was the best one we've had so far.
That was nice. That was nice. It was
like,
the down the mom.
She joined.
Yeah.
We can just do that. We don't
She
have to do the podcast,
said,
to be
I've been
honest.
watching.
Look out for the EP. Look out for the EP.
I keep up.
Dropping soon.
Listen, that
Summer
was so
2023.
good. Good
Going
job.
on.
Good us.
Thank you.
How y'all doing tonight?
I'm hot now. Oh, God. Okay, welcome back. I am your host, Cheyenne Shantae.
And it's your girl, Aaliyah Nora. You know the vibes.
Vibes. Outside.
Getting out of gal then what?
Outside.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. That's it. That's enough.
Okay, we're good.
Welcome back, friends. We obviously have a special guest again in the house. Yes, she's Dom the mom. Okay.
Period.
If you're a friend, it's Dom. All right. If you're not a friend, it's Miss Dominique.
Fact.
I'm saying.
Full gubby.
Yes,
full
with the
gubby.
E accente.
With the key.
accenton. What's it?
Thank you.
Accent aigu.
Accent aigu.
There you go. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the accent aigu.
Yeah, so make
There's
sure
no
you address her as
accent aigu,
Dominique.
but
It's
yeah,
not
because
Dom
like
if you don't
for me-
know her.
Oh shoot. There's no accent aigu at whatever it's called.
Nah, girl. I'm not even French. My mom, she was just freestyling.
Oh, okay. Yo, respect your mom.
I'm Jamaican and Newfie. Like, we have no connection.
Actually, Newfoundland and Jamaicans actually have some type of connection. So you know
They do.
They do.
They
They actually do.
Yeah.
I
A
thought
nice
it was
little history
Scotian.
lesson
Yeah.
for you guys.
And
all
they
of us
actually
and
act
Scotians.
very, very similar
To
as
us.
well.
They do.
Like, both sides of my family, I'm like, y'all are just both crazy. And it's
Yeah.
almost the same
Oh.
brand of crazy.
You're welcome for that history lesson, guys.
Yeah.
That was free.
Legit.
Not for too long though. Anyways.
Oh my God. Listen. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, tell them how to follow all that stuff.
So
Welcome,
you're Nota
welcome.
Vibes friends. You're going to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that notification bell so you're notified every single time we upload. And then you're going to head over to Apple Podcasts and you're going to give us a 5-star review because you don't know the thing. And then you're going to go to Spotify. You're going to like and download the episodes on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. One more time for the people in the back.
Download the episodes. Please,
Thank
I beg you.
Please on tongues. And then you're gonna go to Instagram, CheyTea Podcast, and follow the people them, like the people them post, and interact with the people them. We are the people them. And then lastly, because the girls are what, Miss Shantae?
TikToking.
Yeah, the girls are TikToking, so you're gonna follow us on TikTok, CheyTea Podcast, everywhere.
I've
Kind of
been
what's
still doing
up
some choreo in
everywhere.
there too. Just throw some choreo.
Don't worry,
in
we're gonna
there.
get there. Don't worry. Just now.
Honestly, I don't
Just
know
now.
about
Just
that.
in between the podcast.
Yeah, don't worry. A little sprinkle. Not too much
Maybe.
though.
I'm
Not
here
too
for it.
much. If you want choreo, ask the privates. Miss Shantae.
Oh, come on, promo.
Yeah. Run her
Calm down.
check, brother.
She does this for free.
I lied.
Okay.
So you know the privates. So you know the vibes, friends. CheyTea Podcast, but outside.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cheyenne's hot again.
I'm hot again. I need a fan. Okay. All right, I so apologize. I'm a little bit excited. I don't know why I'm so excited. I think it's the energy.
It is.
This is like the first guest that the energy is like up here with us too.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah, usually it's
Because
just us.
usually we give crackhead energy.
Leah, you can't say that.
Oh, I can't? Oh, my bad.
Yo, crackhead energy is a term that is widely used in my
You
household.
can't say that? I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it to be offensive. Okay, sugar. I don't know. Anyways, we just give energy.
I'm bringing the crackhead energy as well. So
I mean, it's fine. Oh, I'm hot again. Oh, okay, no problem. But yes, the energy is here, so that's why it's a little loud. But you enjoy this great intro, okay? It's great.
A lot?
So our friend is here. Our guest is in the building. So just let the people them know who you are, what you do, what it is that you don't do. You know what I'm saying? So they don't cross that line. Oh,
boundaries. We're setting boundaries all 2023.
I'm telling you.
Let's get that right first of all. That's crazy. I didn't even prepare like a little 1-2 today about myself. My name is Dom, or Dominique if you don't know me.
Period.
I'm outside. I'm a mom. I work in the mortgage space alongside my lovely partner. So that's cool. It's a new little venture for me. I read a lot. And yeah, I'm just out here trying to balance momming with being myself. So whatever that is, whatever that looks like in the season that I'm in
is what you're going to get.
I just got to balance being a mom alongside it. So that's my current life struggle. So that's me.
Oh, that's so
cute.
Nice. Yeah. That's nice. I like your, you know what? I need to read. I don't read.
Yeah, a lot of people are reading this season, and I don't know why I'm not reading.
I read Instagram posts.
I got recs. I have recommendations.
Good.
Everybody, you know what? Let me just plug myself really quick.
Please plug.
Go ahead.
We just did the intro. So everybody just needs to go follow Dom Turning Pages. We're reading over there. We are reading all 2023. And I have a job, so, you know, I'm not reading 10, 12 books a month. My goal for the year is 35. So follow me along to see what I'm reading. And yeah, get some good recommendations. All genres. I got you.
A lot of people are actually reading this season, and I feel like I should jump on bandwagon too.
Jump on it.
I feel like there's some, but my attention span though is terrible. Like I'll read about 5 pages and I give up. So I feel like maybe I should listen to like an audiobook or something.
Okay, but what are you reading though? Because like if you're reading self-help, I can't read a self-help book.
I tried the self-help book and it just didn't.
I need a story. I need meat on the bones.
Yeah, like I need
curry on the goat.
Yeah,
I need
facts. I need a white on rice. Like, I'm saying
that's what
I need a patty on the coca bread. Like I need to be.
Thank you. Extra gravy.
I'm saying
gravy.
Like I need to be engaged, and within the first 5 pages, I need to not be able to put the book down.
I need curry on a goat on a t-shirt now. Like,
I need curry goat on the bone.
I need that on a t-shirt.
No, that's bad. She described that perfectly because I see all the girlies reading, and I'm like, what are you guys reading?
You need a little story. Listen, if you're bored by like history and ting, like maybe you just want to read a little spicy romance. Like
I'm here for the spicy romance. I'm here.
Fantasy, like you have.
Yeah, I'm here for that. I'm here for like the crime books and stuff too. I like stuff like that.
Yes,
because I'd rather read it than watch it.
Because I like that. I like those crime mysteries.
Yeah, I can read that stuff because that'll keep me entertained. Give me a little background story. Then have me on my toes. Want me to open up the book again?
I got you.
But
I got you.
You know. Expand my vocabulary.
And I'm gonna give you the black authors too.
Oh yes, please and tongues, because it's still Black History Month. It is Melanin March, baby. Get into it.
I like it. I like it.
You guys didn't know. It's not over.
Can we make Melanin March a thing though?
It is.
Lit.
It's a thing.
It is. She's been saying that all of March.
Oh, don't worry.
What's coming in June? I want to know.
I know.
What's coming in April? What's coming in May?
Appreciate us, April. Don't appropriate us, April. How about that?
Oh, wow. The energy, it's spicy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So we are going to just have a lot of conversations because I am somebody that is, I'm very active. You know what I'm saying? I'm very active. And there's so many things I want to happen in my life. I'm like, I want this. I want this. I want that. I need a ring. I need a house. I need babies. I need all these things. And sometimes I'm just also like, I take a step back and I'm just like, wait a minute. Do I really want this? Like, because I don't know. I've never experienced it. Right. So like, that was the reason why I was just like, I need to have somebody here who is a vibe. and who can give the energy, and then who also, you know, can give the knowledge to the people them, i.e. I'm the people
We
them.
are the people them.
You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know. So you're talking about like finding that balance. So let's just go to the beginning, because
Let's.
Shout out
you
Debbie.
yourself, shut up.
Sorry.
My girl,
It came into my head. Shout out to my girl Deb. I'm sorry, it came to my head.
Sorry, you start singing it.
I love it here.
distracted.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I just want to know, like, let's how it started. Before, obviously, the most important title is you being a mother as of right now, because the wife is coming.
It's coming. Mom is the most important though.
Right now, for now.
Forever, maybe.
Possibly. Depending on, you know. No, I'm just joking.
Taylor Royston, sorry.
I'm saying. We're going to get there too. So for you yourself, like, what was your like goals? Because obviously, like, everything happens and everything happens for a reason. But what was the goals that you set for yourself before you became a mom?
Pre-baby. To be really honest with you, I was the kind of person that, like, I had no idea what I wanted. Like, you're asking me that question, and I'm like, the level of ambition was nowhere near what it is to this day. And I feel like that switch was because I became a mom. And I always admire women who are like, yo, I have this, I have that on the table. I need to achieve this. They're go-getters. I've always admired that because I've just always felt like my attention's always been in so many different places that I never really knew what I wanted. So all I really wanted to do was find happiness in whatever that looked like for me. I did have a plan in terms of timeline. Like, in my head, I was like, yo, when I find my man, I'm going like pre-Royston now, but I was like, when I find my man, we're going to settle down. We're going to like date for like 3 years. Then he's going to propose right on the 3-year mark. And then we're going to be engaged for like a year while we plan our wedding. We're going to get married. We're going to be married for like 5 years with no kids because I just want to be with my husband. I just want to have solo time. I'm saying, then we're going to have babies and then live the rest of our lives. Girl.
The Lord said, yikes.
Girl.
No, not gonna happen.
In the block. Girl.
The Lord said, no ma'am.
God said rewind. He literally said go to the end and play that shit backwards because I did everything backwards. Honestly, like every plan or thought that I had for myself was just non-existent. And yeah, I really was just searching. Like, I was in this phase of searching for whatever it was that was gonna like light that little fire in me, and I felt like it didn't click because I just had so many interests. I've always been a person with a lot of interests. Like, I would read, I'll like take a few dance classes, I took piano for a little bit, I like learned how to play the guitar for a little bit, I like wrote for a little bit, and it's all stuff that I pick up and put down, and I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna finally stick, right? I was a photographer for a little bit, right? So it was a lot of searching, and I think that I wish I had a better answer, but Carter was the thing that made me shift gears and say, yo, you need to have something on the table here, because if you have nothing, like, your child is gonna have nothing. So yeah.
That's a damn good answer.
That was great.
Yo.
It's very real. It's not even a good, like, well, obviously it's a good answer, but it's very realistic.
Yeah.
And like for me, like, I also had the same dream. I'm like, I'm gonna get married. I was like 13 saying this. I'm gonna get married at like 21.
Yeah, when you're
I'm
13,
listen,
it's different.
My life plans a bit different at 13. At 13, I was like 21. I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have my husband. Everything. I'm gonna have my first kid when I'm 25, and I'm gonna live life. And then I'm gonna pop on my baby when I'm 27. You know, I'm just gonna be a hot mom. The Lord said, no ma'am.
I'm sorry.
No ma'am.
What time is it? I mean, I know it's Melanin March, but like,
She said,
you're 27?
Listen, the Lord said, no ma'am, that's not happening for you. Bring it back. And I said, okay. So now we're chilling.
I think as women,
that's
like,
fine.
we all had...
Which that's something that I had to learn, that it is fine to like start later. But back then I was like, no, you need to be a young, hot, cute mom.
Facts. Yeah.
We all had plans at some point. I think most women, most people just always have like an idea of like when something's going to happen, when we're going to do this, when we're going to do that. We're going to get married here. We're going to get married there. And it's like, sometimes it's just like, nah, pump the brakes.
Yeah. And society plays such a big role in it too. Like we've been told from the time we were like 3 watching Princess Disney movies that like this is how it goes. You know how hard it is to unlearn that? And that's why I'm so happy. Like, yes, I'm a mom, but like I've been seeing people on TikTok. Like there's this one woman on TikTok. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. But she talks about her experience being like in her 40s and her and her husband made the choice that they're not having kids, period. And they're just people are so perplexed by that. But she goes online and she talks about it because she's like, normalize this. Like,
normalize not.
But
everyone
that should be
is
okay.
like on a clock, but you don't have to. And if you don't ever want to be on that clock, like.
But some people are just not made to be parents. And I feel like that's okay because some people who are having kids shouldn't have
Don't
kids.
need to be doing it.
And they don't need to be having kids. So why can't we respect the people who openly admit and say, hey, it's not that I hate children or whatever the case may be. I just personally don't want to have them for myself. And then it's very hard to also find somebody who also reciprocates that same energy. Because sometimes you'll get a couple who one person does want kids and the other person doesn't. So let the girl live her life. If she doesn't want to conceive, then she doesn't want to conceive. And she's not hurting anybody.
Facts. And I feel like as it took me becoming a parent to actually understand those people better. The people who don't want to be parents. Because I'm like, I know what goes into this. I'm seeing it firsthand. If you don't want to do it, I get it. I promise you. It's okay.
Especially when they stop at like the 1 and they're like, no, we're done. Like after this, like I'm done. Like
That's
one
us.
and done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
done.
1 and done?
So 1 and done.
Really?
Very much so 1 and
Wow.
done. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I
Yes.
Skip said yes. It's over.
I really
Yes.
thought Carter was going to get a sibling.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was really hoping he was going to get a sibling.
Yo, you know,
I was hoping for just one more because he's so cute.
Now you hoping for her uterus. Like,
I mean, if you that obviously, if you don't want that, of course, obviously respect that. But like, you know, he'd be such a cute little big brother.
you know what? I agree. I think he would be a really cute big brother. And there was a part of me that was like I love all the cute sides of having a second kid. Like having Carter, seeing Carter as a sibling, having a second child and having a little family of 4. Like I see all those cute parts. But when I actually stop and think about the logistics that goes into bringing a next child into this situation, no.
I'm okay.
I'm good. I'll pass.
Heard you.
First of all, I'm not even like, we don't even need to talk about pregnancy because we see the girl on TikTok with the list. Like,
Oh yeah, a full.
there's
list.
so like not wanting to go through that twice is the first thing that comes through my head. And my baby was 11 pounds. So
Oh my gosh, she was 11 pounds.
yes, and I have no doubt that the second child will want to be just as big, if not bigger.
Oh my goodness.
So
You didn't even look
big
like you were
baby girl.
carrying an 11-pound baby though. At first, like at a while, you didn't look like it.
at the end,
At the end.
Oh, at the end.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember that
Carter
one
was
picture you
poking.
posted, and you just looked fed up.
yo,
It was in the mirror
I don't know
pic,
about the
and
pink
you were
pants.
just like,
Yes.
she's like, get him out of me.
I was waiting. I was like, sir, and the due date hadn't even come yet, but I was like, bro, get out
But
of
you
here.
know what?
Get out
You
of
looked
here.
great the entire pregnancy.
Thank you.
You know, so you know, shout out to you. You made it look very nice and very elegant.
You make it. That's the thing. You make it look easy.
Yeah.
Like,
And I feel like I have so many mixed feelings about that because I feel like most parents on social media make it look easy. But like, I know that even if I'm posting up a cute ass selfie of me and Carter smiling in the mirror, that before that moment, he was running around the hallway and I was like, Carter, come here. The man was going and opening my makeup drawers, opening my things, spraying the spray bottle in the air. And I'm trying to wrangle this boy up, get his hair together, put lotion on his face, wipe his nose. Like, I know all the stuff that went behind that photo. So like, it does look easy and it's easy to make it look easy, but yeah, when you get to the behind the scenes and you're like, whoa.
Here I am thinking I wanted 4.
oh my
Girl.
God. I think
I wanted.
everybody
Wanted.
Like
Yeah.
even my best friend was like, yo, she was like, I wanted like 5 kids. She seriously said she wanted 5 kids. And now she's like, girl, I'll be lucky if I get 2.
But then my coworker, she has 2 right now, and she's well, not literally died. She's dying
She
for
wants
another
more.
one. She
Yeah.
wants another one. Like
She
she wants a
wants more.
big family. And
Yeah.
I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I just love being pregnant. And I look at her, and like you see it generally in her eyes. She enjoyed being pregnant. I'm like, wow.
Yo.
Like I could stop at 2 and I'd be good.
Yeah.
Great. Especially if I get a boy and a girl.
Yo,
I'm
that's
Gucci.
that's everyone's dream.
That's everybody's.
I know me. We were just talking about how many boys I have in my family. People be like, "Don't you want a girl? Don't you want a girl?" Watch me end up with the next boy. Like,
And that's a problem because you
Which is
can't
fine,
you can't make choose the gender, and it's
Exactly.
whatever God blesses you with. So you end up with a boy and then you're cheesed.
exactly.
You're
But, yo,
You're because you were hoping for a girl the whole time. You said I'm gonna get a second baby, and now you're salty.
and that's a real thing too. There's parents out there that.
Oh
don't
no,
know
it
that.
definitely
Like,
is. I've seen
bro,
those videos on TikTok where like the girl sees it's a boy and she's vexed.
Like,
I mean, yeah. Either way, you're gonna love your child.
Of course.
But,
yeah.
every
But-
every girl, and even some of the dads too. They wanted a little girl. Like everybody wants a
Yeah.
little girl.
Royston wanted to be a girl dad.
Yeah.
Too. He was like, I wanted to be
Really?
a girl. Yeah, he wanted
I
to be
really
a
thought
girl
he
dad.
wanted a son to carry. Since you didn't name the picnic roasting the third, I was saying, okay, fine. He wanted a boy.
Listen, we
I'm
can't even
happy you
talk
did it
about
low
that.
key because I don't know why he wanted a next number 3. We're fine.
He was never getting a Royston the third.
Especially
Like,
because he's a boy and he's already carrying on the last name. We don't need to name the picnic roasting.
it's okay. And when I'm at the family function and I say Royston and 2 of y'all turn your heads,
Yeah, that's a problem.
why are we adding a third to the
No.
equation? Like, we
No.
don't need that confusion in our lives.
I saw that
But
Family Feud clip, which, by the way, you're famous now.
Stop.
Big famous.
People in Saskatchewan have seen my face.
Not Saskatchewan. Yo,
Edmonton.
Oh my God, I'm worldwide.
She's
Canadian.
big famous.
Canada-wide.
Nunavut.
Like what?
We in the north.
Not in Nunavut.
That is crazy.
But there's so many reasons why like I wouldn't want to be a mom of multiples at this point. And I respect people who do because it takes a lot. But yeah, beyond pregnancy, like economy, like just wanting to be selfish. Like my main reason is I just want to be selfish. Like I love being a mom and I love giving everything I have to my child, but like I can't imagine multiplying it and still having enough to
For
pour
you.
into my own cup. So, and that's just me personally. Other people can do it all day long, but I feel like that threshold has already been set for me. Like I'm okay.
Have you ever felt guilty, like when you, like I guess like because you've obviously you're going through like a whole new experience with your body. You're bringing a child into this world. It's obviously like your first time. So like when you first like fresh baby 4 Carters running up and down and running the house, like did at some point like you feel guilty like leaving your child or being tired or like being exhausted?
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of guilt that comes with momming, honestly. And a lot of it does come from yourself, but a lot of it is also what you've projected onto yourself based on like what other people think of you. So yeah, I definitely did feel guilty leaving Carter. It was hard for me to be without him. But my mom's like my bestie. And
Love that.
honestly, I love that for us too. She's like my ride or die for life. And
Shout out to moms.
yeah, and she had me really young. She had me when she was 18. And I think that's a contributing factor as to why we are so close. But having her to kind of help rein me in has been super pivotal as a mom because she was the one who kind of pushed me like, you can go do things yourself. Royston also pushed me as well. And he was just like, yo, you can leave Carter and he's going to be fine. So having the support is helpful. But yeah, you do feel guilty for being tired. Especially in the beginning. I feel like as he gets older, I'm kind of like releasing myself from that a little bit because it's just realistic to be tired from parenting all day. It's realistic to sometimes be sick of your kids, like yelling, running around, like being all up in your business. Like sometimes you just need a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he was really young, I felt that guilt because sometimes you're just like, bro, you're on your third, like especially as a newborn, waking up 3 times a night, sometimes more. He would cry once, put him back to bed. Cry again, put him back to bed. That 3rd time he wakes up, I'm just like, bro, I just want to leave you there to cry. And at a certain age, you can leave them there to learn how to self-soothe. But like, you feel guilty in that moment for wanting your child to be quiet because you're just like, I made you and you're just this helpless little being. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You're just trying to communicate with me.
Exactly.
But I'm fed up with the sound. And it's just like turn down the volume real quick. So it's just one of those where the guilt comes, but you really have to learn how to just be like, okay, what is realistic and what do you truly need to feel guilty for? Like when I accidentally raise my voice at Carter now, like that's when I feel guilty, and I'm like, okay, you can feel a little bit guilty about that because he's a toddler and he doesn't necessarily fully understand everything that he's doing. So sometimes if I lose control of myself, I feel that guilt after, and I'm like, okay, I could have done X, Y, and Z better. But the irrational guilt, it gets smaller as time goes on, in my opinion.
That's something that I don't know. Because like I said, I have so much plans that, I just have to be like, God, anytime now. I'm saying like, anytime. So like for me, I see like there's so much like, there's so much beauty in having a child. Like, I think that's like what makes me want to have a child. Then it also like plays into a factor of like my age. I see that a lot, it's more normalized, I would say, that women my age in like our 30s don't have children yet. Yeah. And it's like some like, like I said, I have friends who became moms in their late teens, early 20s, and now they have like 10, 11-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and like it was a different time then than it is now. 10, 11 years ago, life was like cool. Yeah. Not now.
It was a little bit more stable.
I'm like, is that how much the formula is?
That's what I'm saying.
Like how long can I breastfeed without giving the pick the formula?
Listen,
can I just give it water?
And then when the formula gets recalled and there's no formula on the shelves, and you're like, what am I gonna feed my baby?
Like now do I gotta make my own formula?
You can't give a baby water up until like a certain point. So even then it's like, so am I supposed to let the pick the starve? Or
Thank you.
like,
Thank you.
What happened?
Nah, there's a lot. And honestly, I feel like a lot of the pressure comes from outside too. But I love that it's more normal for women in their 30s to not have kids yet. Because yes, biological clock and whatever, but first of all, you have time. Like you have time. But also, like, I've heard, I'm turning 27 this year, so I don't know this from experience, but everybody that I've spoken to who's in their 30s is like, yo, my 30s that's the era where I fully came into myself and I fully understand myself. I'm so much better at setting boundaries. I'm so much better at, like, self-reflection. Like, people just say your 30s is just, like, an elite next level you. Obviously, if you do it properly.
That part.
Be wise. But yeah, like it's lit. And why can't we be in our 30s without kids? Like even when I found out I was pregnant at 24, turning 25. Yeah. And I felt like I was scared to tell my family because I was like, bro, this is like a teen pregnancy right now. I was like, wait, I'm like 25.
You're a big woman.
But it feels young because none of my other friends have babies yet. And so, but I like it that way. I feel like it gives you time. Like you can establish yourself. You can move on whatever clock you want. Some people are still having picnics at 18, 19. That's lit too. Yeah. Like, but the time frame is widening. It's not like, oh my God, I have to have a baby before I'm 24 or else like my mom's going to disown me. My eggs are going to dry up. Like, you have time.
I'm glad you said that because I'm glad she's listening to somebody other than me because my girl sometimes,
Calm down. Well, yeah, I mean, it is normal.
No, like I get it, but I'm just like, like God soon,
I know, I get it.
God hears you.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to be a hot mom.
I feel you. Listen, you already know black don't crack, so you're going to be a hot mom either way, period.
And then I feel like no matter like when you tell like a Caribbean parent that you're pregnant, you still feel like it's a teen pregnancy, even though you're a big woman. Because I feel like when my time comes, I'm gonna be like, am I gonna get in trouble?
I'm gonna get beaten.
Like, am I gonna get beaten? Like,
thank you.
Is this okay? Like, where the baby at to sleep? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you have money? Like,
are you moving out? Like what's next?
Thank you.
You have money for the baby? You have formula money? Like, I would be so confused and so scared. But then I'd have to be like, wait, I'm a big girl.
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult. I don't have to be scared.
I'm a woman.
I'm a full woman.
I think more so people are afraid now just because of life
and outside
and how expensive life is. Like,
yeah, that too.
I like, to speak personally on my relationship, I feel like with me, I'm not afraid to get pregnant. Like if I get pregnant tomorrow, I just know what I have to do. But like, I'm just like,
I love that for you.
buckle on up, girl, because you ain't got
But
no
you
other
have
choice.
because you ain't got like you're too grown to think otherwise.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like my partner, he's just more so like, I need to be established. I need to be this. I need to be that. I need to be this. So for someone who's experienced that mind frame of having a plan and it not going that way, I don't want to say you're not established, but you're not where you wanted to be and what you envisioned to be. Yeah. But you still made it happen. I'm saying, right? Did it help you get to that vision, like you and your partner? Like, how did you both handle that change in your life?
Not well at first. Like, it was never terrible, but it was definitely rocky. And I don't even know how candid I want to get here, but obviously as a woman with an unexpected pregnancy, you have options, right? Yeah. And if you're a person who wants to weigh those options, you're going to weigh those options. And like, listen, I came here, you know what? You want to talk shit? Let's talk it. I fully made an appointment at the clinic and I was like, we're not going to do this. We were only dating for about a year, just over a year and a bit. And I was like, I don't think we can do this. Like, I'm not ready. I was in panic mode. And I made an appointment at the clinic. And I honestly I'm stopping myself from feeling shame about that because I love my child. And I'm so glad that I did not do what I wanted to do. But I respect the people who have had to make that decision. But yeah, went in and we both were like, okay, bet this is what's going to happen. And I sat there and I changed my mind. And I was like, I can't do this. Stay by Rihanna was playing on the friggin' speaker. Like, everybody in there was just looking like scared, confused. And I just didn't feel good. And I was like, nah, I don't think I can do this. And so I really did. Like, I kind of pushed my partner into something that even he was like, he didn't even know that I was going to come out making the decision that I made, and he had to fully embrace that or walk away. He could have walked away, but he was like, nah. we put our big people pants on, and we were and we were like, we're doing this. And we went into it scared and not knowing like what was in store for us, for our relationship. We both knew that we saw a hefty future together. We knew we wanted to be together, but we were just like, this is early. So it took a lot of adjustment. Like, we were very excited during the whole entire pregnancy. As soon as we got over that fear, we embraced it to the fullest. And to be honest, pregnancy for our relationship was the easy part because yes, I was moody. I was cranky. I wanted Five Guys when I wanted Five Guys, and he had to go drive to Five Guys to get me the burger that I wanted whenever I wanted it. And we had those moments. He had to give me 85 back rubs a day. Like, we went through all of that, but there was so much excitement and anticipation for the unknown that we were just like, yo, and we were excited. We feeling the kicks, and we were just like, we're going to have a child. Yeah. And so that was the easy part for our relationship. And when Carter was born, like, when that baby's in your arms, it's real. And so we got home from the hospital, and he was so supportive, and I'm eternally like grateful to be able to say that I have a partner who really stepped up to the plate. Like, I don't think I touched a diaper for the first month of Carter's life because I was in bed recovering from an emergency C-section. And he did everything. When Carter woke up, like, he's up, picking him up, soothing him. If he needs to be fed, he brought him to me to do the feeding. Like, he did as much as he possibly could. And so that was great. But I, on the other hand, like, I got so wrapped up in mothering and all the change that we just went through that my relationship wasn't even on my mind. And so I really started neglecting him almost. Like, he was an afterthought, and he felt like an afterthought because even when I first started going back to work, I went back to work a little bit early because Carter was about 8 months. When I first started going back to work, when I would come home from work, I'd be like, oh my gosh, Carter, like, I missed you so much. And then I'd be like, hey, babe. Like, it was not cute. And he was like, Dom, like, bro, do you even love me? Like, what's going on here?
But that's real though, because like it's real life. Because people like to glamorize that part of like a relationship, and I feel like that's real. Like sometimes you forget about your relationship for a second because you're like, oh my god, I need to tend to my newborn, and then like, oh yeah, you help make this too. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, boo.
Nice to see you.
And like you were there, and I loved you the whole time. But I was just like, I was so sure of our relationship and unsure about parenting that I was like, you're good over here. Let me figure out what I'm supposed to do here and how to be a mom, right? And as after Carter was born as well, like I struggled with a lot of postpartum anxiety. And so I would get like, for example, I would get dreams like of bad things happening to him, and I would wake up in like a sweat with anxiety. And like anytime something was wrong with him, if he was coughing, if he had a rash, if something, like I'm panic mode. And so I was really frantic for those months, and it was really hard because Royston was just like, bro, where's the girl that I knew before? And so we had to get to know who is Dom now. And I had to learn to control those feelings and to work through those feelings. So it was hard relationship wise, like adjusting to that. But over time and with the support of the village, like you start to open your eyes and realize like, yo, if I keep neglecting everything else and just focusing on this one thing, it's actually counterintuitive because I'm not helping my child by being only focused on him. I need to focus on all these other areas in life so that I can create the most healthy environment possible so that I can be a great mom. So getting to that balance and like learning about myself and pushing past that was really difficult in the first few months of Carter's life. But like after that period of time, like we caught a stride, and it's different. Like it hits different now because we both understand each other better, and we worked through all of that. And parent wise, you feel so much more confident because you're like, I have done all of these things, and I know I have no choice but to be sure of myself in everything I do, because I can't let my child watch me be unsure of myself. You know what I mean? I need to make him feel confident in the fact that like, yo, I have a good mom. Like my mom's gonna take care of me no matter what. So trust. It does flip. It flips a little bit of a switch too. So,
I mean, I like, you know, I didn't know all of that, so that's like very
definitely appreciate the honesty.
I was like,
just being
here's the whole story.
It's real.
It's real and it's honest because these are the things that like go through people's minds, and like I can say that I understand what you're talking about, and I sometimes fear with myself that decisions that I've made will affect me. And like, I don't want any decision that I've made in my past is going to affect me today. So whatever, like that could just be simple things as just like whom I dated in the past or what has been said in the past or things that I've learned, friendships, like everything that I've grown from. I've always said to myself, like, what am I going to have? Like when my child is here, what kind of role model am I setting? What kind of standard am I setting for my child to be like, this is what needs to be done right? Like, and especially when I'm still learning from being in my teens and my 20s and like growing in my 30s. That's like what's in the back of my mind.
But you can't let other people's like opinions validate like how you feel in your future, especially when it comes to like your relationship, because we all go through negatives in life, and if you let like past relations and what anybody has to say, I think that's stupid, because then you're not with me in this relationship. So
you're holding yourself back.
It's not necessarily that, but it's just the mistakes kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being an imperfect parent scares you.
Yeah.
You know what?
Chey, let me tell you about this time.
Let me tell you something right now.
No, honestly, I'm not like, I think about it the opposite. And I think I got to shout out my mom again real quick because I feel like it's my mom. So one thing with my mom, she was always super honest with me, and like she would talk to me about whatever. And when I reached age appropriate times, she would tell me certain things about her life. And because my mom was super candid with me in terms of not just the stuff she did well, but the stuff she messed up on, that made me feel like when I mess up, I can go talk to my mom because my mom is not perfect either. And my mom is forthcoming about the fact that she's not perfect. So when I have a moment when I'm not perfect, I'm more willing to discuss it because I'm like, I'm not alone in this feeling.
Yeah.
Even if the situation is a little bit different or, you know, it's still something that I may be scared to talk about. Like, I know at the end of the day that, like, the door is open. So I feel like the fear that you have of the mistakes, we all know that we learn from our mistakes, but everybody who's watching you can learn from them too, right? And that includes your kid. Like, if I feel like if your kid sees you as this perfect, untouchable human who does no wrong, how will they feel when they have imperfect moments, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like as a mom, you'd be lit if you shared that stuff with your kids, like, as they obviously are age appropriate for whatever story you're telling them. Like, they would appreciate that. And that would also help your bond because you're like, your kids would be like, my mom tells me all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I, in turn, can tell my mom all of this stuff because if she knows she could tell me and I didn't judge her, like, she's not going to judge me.
She makes me feel comfortable, yeah.
Yeah. Or she went through this and I'm going through something really similar.
I also think it's also a generation thing because, like you say about your mom, like, my mom is a little older. So, like, I feel like certain things, like, she'll be open and talk to me about, but also certain things, like, I don't necessarily be like, hey, and it's not to say that I can't talk to her about anything, but, like, I'll go to Shan and be like, so, like, should I tell mom? Should I talk to mom about this? Can't really know. And, you know, she's an old school Jamaican, so, like, there's certain things that she'll understand and there's certain things that she won't, but like, for the most part, she does. But more times I'll look at Shan and be like, I don't really know, is this a mom conversation or should I just leave this with you? And then, like, I'll tiptoe and see, but I got an auntie that I can say everything to, though, no matter what. So I feel like, shout out to the aunties. So I feel like that's a good thing.
Yeah. But honestly, what was I gonna say? I feel like that is a generational curse that you do have to break. And y'all just talking about this. They were just talking about this. You know? Like,
I'm just saying. I like this listen. Thank you so much. Wow.
Yeah, that generational curse is real.
A thing. It's real.
Yeah, and you have to break it. And it's hard because I know it's like, I kind of am speaking from a place of privilege to have experienced the opposite of that. But, like, having friends and having a partner who have, and my mom telling me about her own experiences with her parents, like, that's the same thing. Like, your parents are from Yod. They're not playing games. Like, you don't open your mouth to your mom or your dad about anything until they find out about something, and then you're hearing about it from them. But,
yeah, that part.
That part.
But, like, yeah, you just, you have to make the decision, like, am I going to continue the tradition that has been, you know, laid in place before me, or am I gonna be like, I'll break that one and just see what happens.
Yeah, I'll take the little things that they do,
just see what happens.
But, like, I'm definitely gonna take a little something.
Yeah,
because
I think
take a 1 2.
Yeah, take a little 1 2, but tweak it a little bit.
Because me growing up, like I've openly said, I was a Lord. That's the one thing too.
Give a look of respect. No.
I'm talking about growing up.
Yeah,
I was a bad kid. Don't sugarcoat it. I was bad. I was a headache. Okay, I know. You know, I always said
you're about to get that right back with your child.
Just chill.
Relax.
Sorry. I'm not manifesting those vibes.
I have looked at God. I said, please, God, just give me the opposite. Okay, because I can't handle me. Okay, so don't give me a mini me. Just like, give me the give me the me now.
This is where we're gonna start to break the generational curses.
Yeah, the Me 2.3
with
not
the
even
iOS update.
Yes, please, I beg. I need the camera 14, the iPhone 14, please. Quality. Please. I don't want nothing less.
I felt that. Like, I don't want a child like me in the sense with certain aspects, because no. Sometimes
I want you to love dance. That's it.
I need one. I need one of you guys.
Give me one.
Put on the costume.
Just put on the goddamn costume and go on stage.
That's all. That's all I need.
That's it.
But, like, certain personality traits, I really don't want my child to have, because even me trying to handle myself is a lot. But I feel like we all feel that way. So regardless, I bet you my child's gonna end up with something.
Yo, children are mirrors. Like,
that part.
Listen.
First of all, I don't know if y'all saw my story, but Carter saying honestly, like,
I saw that
I saw that.
He said, honestly,
I was like, who are you talking to about honestly? And Honestly.
He is speaking.
But you know what scared me? Is he used it in the proper way.
He
Like,
did.
He's so
in
smart.
a good sentence.
Yeah, he was
too.
like, honestly, and I was like,
And like he knows what he's saying, and I'm just like, wow, you're a genius.
He was cussing you.
He was really cussing you.
He's like, mommy, get me out of this crib right now, honestly, or else.
Honestly, I'm a big man. Why am I standing in here?
I'll lie. Like, why am I still here?
I'm 2.
Get me out.
Thank you.
These kids soak up everything.
They
'cause
do.
I have nieces because I don't have any kids yet, and like even like the things that like I say or like Cheyenne says,
They're
I'm like,
copying.
Shan, stop it now. Like, don't do that. And they laugh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't follow Auntie Cheyenne. And they're like, but Auntie Cheyenne, no.
They're following.
Don't listen to her.
They're following.
Because Shan is like, twerk it. I'm like, don't do that.
You're gonna know how to
But,
twerk. Sorry.
but then
They have to. They
but then
have
she'll
rhythm.
look at them and be like, but where do you do that? We only do it at home. And I'm like, okay, well, at least they know that.
in context. In context.
They only do it at home.
But
or
they
when
eat
Auntie
this
Cheyenne
stuff
tells them.
up.
There you go.
That's what it is.
But facts, they are mirrors. They're mirrors for your words, but they're mirrors for like who you are as well. Like when you see the stubbornness come out, you're like,
Whose child is this?
get it from your father, you get it from your
from
mother.
That's what I'm saying. Like, which one of us is this? And
Who
Royce
do
and
you
I will just
belong
look
to?
at each other like, is it you or is it me?
He's
Who am I
giving
blaming?
Royston right now, though.
He is.
He's definitely giving Royston
He's
right
giving
now.
Royston vibes right now.
But he looks just like you.
But yeah, that's my little twin. But yeah, they'll show you what you don't like about yourself for sure. I'm learning boundaries from my 2-year-old. Like,
That's crazy.
that's so crazy. Like, you're really gonna pull up and be here for 2 years on this planet and teach me about boundaries
I tell you to
You're
chill.
trying to tell me what
at
to
my
do.
big age?
Yeah, I tell you to honestly, you need to chill.
It's Carter's household. It's not yours.
Yeah, coming through about no. Meanwhile, I'm a yes woman. Like, absolutely not. I gotta learn how to set some boundaries too, sir. You are absolutely right. Thank you.
learn
Go back to
something
eating those
new.
Cheerios. Like, yeah. So they'll teach you. They'll teach you.
I wanted to go back to when you were talking about just like trying to find yourself with your partner, because I was listening to oh my gosh, what's your name? Kadeem, the Devals. I don't know, but you guys should follow them.
I'm over here like, who that?
They're like, he was a football player and her name's Kadeem, and he's on Sisters or something like that on BET. Your mom watches the show. But anyways, he's very fine. I'll say that much. But they have 4 boys together.
Wow.
And yeah, 4 boys. She's a boy mom. She's not getting a girl. Like, she's already
Crazy. Just accept it. Yeah.
She accepted it.
You just gotta accept
So she has 4 boys, or is it 5? Anyway, she has one of those kids. But when what she was talking about was her husband approached her and they were laying down in bed, and like he's like, yo, like when you wake up in the morning, like what's the first thing you think about, like when you get up? And she just started naming all the kids, getting them ready for school, who's feeling well, who's this, who's that, work, the day. And then he's like, so where do I fall on that list? And I swear, when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's me. Like, literally me. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I think of all these things. I don't have any children yet, but I don't think the first thing is not my partner. And, you know, she's like, I didn't even realize that until, like, he said it. And that's why when you said that, like, you distancing and going home and be like, hey, back to the baby. Like, I find that that's, like, sometimes what over... I guess, like, not I don't want to say overshadows, but like overclouds our judgment sometimes, because we just know, like, we're together forever regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, Royce, you already know you're not going anywhere, but I'm saying, so, you know, like, you're together forever. So it's like, it doesn't cross your mind until you're in that.
Yeah.
So, like, how did he approach you when that happened?
Yeah. He honestly, we were working a lot on our communication during that time, because it's one thing to think you have good communication, and it's one thing to actually like
Be in a situation where you have to talk.
you actually have to have good communication, and once you really develop it, you know, like, oh, what was that I was doing before? Like, that's not it. So yeah, we've just really established an ability to be candid with each other, to the point where it's like, okay, sometimes even if you think it's gonna hurt my feelings, like, I just need you to tell me how you're feeling, even if like you don't know how I'm gonna react to it. I have to set the precedent where no matter what he tells me, I have to say, like, okay,
It's okay.
let me adjust. Let me absorb this calmly no matter what it is, and actually regulate my emotions, and then go back and be like, okay, I'm looking at this from a rational standpoint, because immediately your first instinct is defensiveness. So he straight up came up to me and we were talking about it. I think we were like, I don't know, we were like sitting on the couch, and I asked him, how are you feeling? And he opened up to me about feeling like a bit of an afterthought. And he was like, honestly, I just feel like your focus is a lot on Carter. And he was really like, he didn't want it to sound like, oh, like
he's like jealous of
I'm
his own
just
child.
No,
yeah.
He was just like, it just doesn't feel balanced. It doesn't feel balanced at all. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I love you. Da, 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 da. Like, it was just immediate defensiveness. And I had to like pull myself back and really take in what he was saying. And I was like, when I come home, that is exactly how I act. You know what I mean? And really take accountability for that and realize that, yes, even though you might think like, oh my gosh, like he's grown, he should be able to deal with that on his own. Like my child is clearly a priority, but you obviously have to take, like you can't stop taking care of your relationship, because then everything else will just follow suit. Crumble, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So I had to go back and be like, yeah, that's exactly how I acted. And to this day, like I do have to be conscious, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like when you have kids, like a flip just switches. As a mom too, I think, yes, men can do a lot and they can try their best to carry things equally, but there's a mental load that moms have that I feel like a lot of dads just don't have. No matter how hard you try, no matter how great of a partner you are, how great of a dad you are, like there's just something wired in my brain where I'm thinking of all the things, like, and I can't turn it off. And I don't know why that is, or if I'm even explaining it well, but I would find myself waking up and I'm like, Carter, is he awake?
Yeah.
Is he hungry?
Yeah.
Like, what does he need to do? And I had to stop and be like, okay, Dominique, your child will be fine if you don't think about him for the first 2 seconds when you wake up. Because I know that if I hopped up out of bed and I didn't acknowledge Royston or say good morning or give him a kiss or like roll over and hug him, like that's setting up the rest of my dates for us to just be icy, like and I don't want that. Like I want you to be in a good mood the same way I'm in a good mood, and if me taking that extra 2 seconds to make sure you're good, like that's all I need. And it helps for me too, because I'm just like, why should I only be thinking of my kid the first thing when I wake up? Like, yes, you're on my mind, don't get me wrong, I love you and you're my everything, but I need to make sure that everything else is good too. So now it's like, okay, I wake up and I'm like, is my partner awake? If he's awake, I'm gonna obviously acknowledge him, interact with him. If he's not awake, I'm like, okay, I'm still thinking. Then I can go ahead and think about the rest of the things in my day. I'm like, what am I working out today? I'm going to the gym. What am I making for dinner? Like, then you can go down the laundry list of things. But like, if I think about it from the other perspective, like if he just woke up and started thinking about all the things he has to do and treats me like an afterthought, and I'm gonna be up in arms. Like, I'm gonna be salty. Yeah. But because he's a man, I'm expecting him to just be chilling, and he'll come to me when he's ready. Like, no, sometimes you need to be the one to go and put in some work. So I feel like you kind of have to turn off a bit of that natural instinct to just be in go mode all the time, and you really have to let yourself like consciously change the way that you're thinking, because pre-baby, the first thing I thought of when I woke up was always him. First thing, checking my phone. Did he text me? You know what I mean? Me too. So why does that change just because we have a kid and we're sleeping next to each other now? Like, I'm waking up, I'm thinking about you.
I'm saying, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So
that excitement, because that's the same. I mean, again, like I don't have any children yet, but we just moved in together, and I remember like the first couple of weeks, he wasn't texting me in the morning. And I was like,
but we live together.
He's like, I was like, I saw you in the morning, or like we live together. I'm like, so what? I still want a good morning text.
Drop
like,
the text.
send me a kiss, something. Like,
Shan is low-key so needy. It's so funny.
Yo,
I'm
that's
fine.
She tries to act like she's not, but like
You better
high
be
key.
up my butt.
What?
Like,
I need you to
Shan
do that.
wants you to
Yeah,
be
facts.
white on a rice.
I do, because when I tell you, I'm all up like I smell my man, bro. Like
I mean, don't get
Yo,
me wrong. Like,
right on the neck, like right behind his ear.
right behind his ear, I'm kissing, I'm playing with the ear.
Yeah.
and, like,
I mean, I get it because I'm a little something right now. You know, I can expose myself, but like and like if I don't see the text messages, I'm like, so
what's the problem? Do we have
Wagwan?
Thank
Like,
you.
are we beefing?
Thank you.
I remember, and then like usually he'll text me before I get to work, and then when I don't see the text message until I get to work, I'm like, what were you doing?
Thank you.
Boy, you woke up late. What do you mean you woke up late?
You better set an alarm to text me.
All right.
What do you mean?
go off on your
You
phone.
better set the alarm.
Like-
Make sure.
I don't care if we live together. I'm like,
Yes.
yo, you need to text
Send
me.
the morning text.
And then now it's like, I'll just get like an emoji. I'll get a little kiss face. Like he already knows
Yes.
what it is. But those
The
little
acknowledgement
things,
that
Yeah.
you know that, like,
Yeah.
And
especially
that's
when you leave
something
out earlier before
what
me.
I'm saying,
Yes.
right? And then that was something that I was thinking to myself as well. Just like you don't want to lose yourself and while you're still like loving on your partner. Like I think it's still so important to make sure you still have like date nights and like just reminding each other of like what that was. Like you never want to feel comfortable. Like not you want to feel comfortable, but you don't want to feel too comfortable to the point where it's
You
like
can't stop putting in work.
Yeah.
You
it's
can't get
still,
lazy. You can't
get lazy in your relationship. You still have to keep putting that effort in there because listen, it can be one thing today and then the next thing tomorrow.
Listen,
Like,
when your kid's 25 and moving out the house, who's left?
that's what I'm trying to
Just
say.
you and your man.
It's just you and I.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And your kid's not gonna
We're
know
look at each other
love.
like, oh, we haven't spoken.
Your kid's
in
not gonna
5
know love
years.
unless you and your partner show your child what it's
love
meant
is.
to,
Thank
to love
you.
on. So like if this
Thank
isn't
you.
it, your kid's gonna look around and be like, so what am I supposed to
Exactly.
what is love supposed to look like, friends?
Exactly.
Like
And-
I'm looking at you guys to let me know what it is.
I'm looking at Timmy's mom and dad.
yeah, and they be
right?
loving upon each other and
It's not
y'all
like
not
it.
that.
Yes.
Where's that with you?
Yes, and I feel that, and we had to really like focus on that too, and just be like, yo, it's weird because we have as a generation we have to stop expecting that. Not even just a generation, as humans in general, we have to stop expecting that people are just automatically gonna know what we need in the moment. Like we need to stop assuming that people are looking at the world through our eyes, because you actually have to, more times than not, teach your partner what you need based on whatever season you're in your life. Like if I'm not telling you what I need and I'm just expecting you to do it, but I'm getting fed up when you're not doing it, like what is that doing for us? And what is that showing our kid too? Like if I'm trying to raise a good human being who knows how to communicate, who's empathetic, who can comfort somebody who's upset, who is able to love somebody in a healthy way, like I need to be able to do that first.
And these kids notice it from like young.
They do.
Like they soak up everything and they know.
They
They'll know
do.
that like if something ain't right or the vibes are not right, they'll look around and be like, that don't feel right.
They know. We cannot
Yeah.
underestimate them at all.
You definitely cannot. And they're getting smarter and smarter as the years go by.
Literally, even now, like when my partner's not home, I keep saying my partner, like I haven't been saying Royston, but
And he's been on the podcast before too.
but when he's not home, like Carter's like, Daddy's gone. And I'm like, yeah, Daddy's gone, but he's coming back.
He has no choice.
Like he's gonna push in the key just now. Like
this is not a going to the store for milk situation. Like he's coming back.
He's coming back.
And then he'll be like, Daddy's gym. And I'm like, yeah, Daddy's at the gym. That's where he is coming back. Or he'll be like, Daddy's moving the car. Like he knows exactly what it is.
He's too smart for his own.
Yeah, if I'm mad, he's gonna be like, Mommy's mad. Like he knows. So they're watching.
They're definitely watching.
Yeah.
'Cause my niece said something to me the other day. There was a situation where I was yelling in my mom's room, and we went in my mom's room 'cause I was fixing my mom's TV, and she's like, "This is the room that you were yelling in," and I was like,
My girl stored it.
I swear to goodness, I stopped and I was like, first of all, chill. Like
Yo.
she remembers, and she's 5, but
Nah, kids are coming with
It's
500
everything,
gigabytes
and, like,
of storage space.
and then if
They
you look at her-
telling you.
They remember.
That was 2 years ago that she's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she considers
2 years
Cheyenne
ago.
the
I'm
rich
not even
auntie
surprised.
too. She considers Cheyenne the rich auntie. I'm like, so, she's like, what do you want to do? She's like, I want to go shopping. I'm like, who's gonna buy you stuff? Auntie Cheyenne. I'm like, yeah, rich auntie. Yeah. Say it again.
She remember the time you
She
didn't have
remember-
McDonald's money?
what?
So she
She
knows
remembers.
Auntie Cheyenne's not playing
No.
games.
I just
I
tell
am
them
not
that
rich.
it's Cheyenne. I just tell them that I'm like, Auntie Cheyenne got you. Don't worry.
No, because you know what? I just
Auntie Cheyenne always like, I'll bring you gummies.
That
I'll
is-
bring you gummies.
I just love
I'll bring
them.
you. What should I say?
You're gonna be a great mom when the time
yeah,
comes.
but I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing that for my kid, eh? So
Facts, you can't get
going.
gummies. You're not getting gummies from me.
No, you better go get gummies from Auntie
Nah.
because it won't be I.
Cheyenne's first child is
crazy?
literally gonna be like my own. Like I already told
Yeah,
her this. I'm
take
like,
it.
once you pop it out,
It's mine.
that's mine. You just like that's
Might as
mine.
well.
I love it. I love it.
They just absorb everything, so that's why I think it's so important.
Kids
to
are
have
hilarious.
Yeah.
that healthy like balance and that healthy household for them, because whatever you do or say, they're gonna know. And it's like, I don't know why I remember something when I'm 3-4 years old and I am 32 years old right now. Like, I have
Facts.
things in the back of my mind that I will never forget.
I can't remember that far. That's crazy. That's lit.
Dog,
What's it like?
I remember some. Yeah,
It's just
Some of-
black. Like
some
from
of
like
my some of my
5 and
dancing
below,
days,
like, it's just black.
some of my dancing days when I was younger, like I remember, like it's weird, like, and I can like see like my studio, like in my brain, like I see it. It's so weird.
That's crazy. I've always had a terrible memory, but like
no.
I don't know. That's next level.
Sometimes I wish I forgot stuff, but
I mean, yeah.
I wish I forgot about you. But no, like, that's just how that is. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Can we talk about famous Dom and her family feud experience and how she's worldwide?
Whoa.
call her famous Dom.
Yeah, famous Dom
Famous in
outside.
Saskatchewan. People in Northwest Territories are going crazy for that episode. Are you dumb?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell
Yo,
you something. When they said, I think they called you his wife, and you're like, calm down.
Where's the ring? Not me showing my nail to the camera.
she
Sorry.
said on national TV, we ain't gonna play these games.
Yo, you can't lie on my name. Like, I'm here representing the Simons, but I'm not one yet.
Like,
Like,
She's like,
relax.
I'm the girlfriend.
yeah.
She will. Oh, don't worry, she will be though.
Soon to be.
Yo, and that's even like my boss. I'm friends with my boss. But she put my name in her phone as Dominique Simon at first, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, take off Simon and put my regular name back. Thank you. Because until I get the ring and I walk down the aisle and I sign the paper, I'm not a Simon.
She goes, that's not it.
So,
Till it's stamped.
Why am I weak right now?
bro, don't
She's
play
like,
games.
shit, don't play. She's
games.
like, not like these
I
most girl shit. Don't play these games.
Listen, I'll let Royston call me his wife for fun sometimes, but if he pulls a joke one too many times for the week, I'm like, chill. You used up all the wife cards this week.
Girlfriend.
Thank you. Reel it in.
Mother
Reel
of
it
your
in.
child, girlfriend.
Reel it in.
Mother of your child.
But now it's crazy because they actually like we had talking points for the show because they like they interview you first because they're not just letting you wing it on camera.
Yeah.
But so I knew he was gonna make that comment, and they had like we had practiced because that was like the thing that we had I genuinely made that joke in our audition, and they were like, "Let's run with it." So I was like, "Okay," because I'm actually not that pressed.
just a quick
Despite
PSA.
what it may look like.
Just a quick
But
PSA.
she still needs a ring, but
Yeah.
she's not that pressed.
But like,
Not
it's
that
not that
pressed.
deep. Like, you know,
I'm not that
relax.
pressed. I just want to see a little shimmer on my face.
A little shimmy shine.
But no, it was fun. It was fun.
Getting back into, feeling that goodness about yourself and your body. When you got pregnant and everything happened and like you're finding yourself, and then everybody has this mentality of like where it's like snatched, like I'm just gonna bounce back. I'm just gonna bounce back and I'm gonna be
Girl,
as good as I get.
If I show y'all my stomach right now.
Listen, don't sleep. Dom has been pushing work in the gym. She's good body Dom right now.
No,
It's good. You're
Yeah,
doing really
she's
like
doing
honestly,
a great job.
but
job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Like, I look forward to the 7 a.m. gym post.
Like when I see you post, I'm like, she's gonna be in the gym.
I would be in the gym.
I'm in the gym.
Adama, she made it. She made it.
I made it. Thank you.
I'm so proud.
It took me a long time to be consistent, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
What's the realistic form of that? Like I said, we glamorize so many things.
We do.
But that your body, it doesn't happen just right away, right?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
said no.
Yo, you know how many people I talk to who are surprised that like when you leave the hospital after giving birth, your belly's not just flat? Like, no, like it's you leave still looking pregnant. Like you could be leaving the hospital and somebody be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But the baby's in my hand. Hold on.
I done.
I'm sorry. When does the stomach actually go down though? Like when does it start like slowly?
So it's obviously different for everybody.
Yeah.
I can speak from my own personal experience. It's definitely quicker when you're breastfeeding. So like I breastfed Carter for like the first 6 months, exclusively, and I something about how fast your body's like metabolizing stuff. Science, it's beyond me. You shed that weight super fast. So I was actually like, I felt like, yo, I bounced back. I was like, yeah, this is it. This is lit. Don't get me wrong. When you first come home from the hospital, like you still have a little, like you have that little belly until it goes down, and it probably took like a month for it to go down. But for me, and for some people it's different. I feel like I see people online who are like posting belly pics after, and I'm like, where's the leftovers? Like, what do you mean?
Not the leftovers.
The leftovers. So like for me, it's like even though the belly went down, as soon as I stopped breastfeeding, like my metabolism caught back up to me, and I was just like, it's back. And because I had a C-section, like the way that the scar is for a lot of people, you can never actually get it to be completely flat and seamless. There's always gonna be like a little hump. Just because that's where you got sewn up. And apparently you have to have like really low body fat percentage for it to actually be like flat. And for me, because Carter was so big, like my stomach was so stretched that even though we're bouncing back now and like I'm starting to like feel my core come back together, and even though you can see me like when I'm wearing clothes, my stomach might look flat. As soon as if I showed you my belly, like you would see that there's extra skin and like stretch marks, obviously, but it doesn't just like smooth out for me. Like it's the wrinkles. It's wrinkles.
Well, you know what? That's real life.
And it is real life, and it's fine. And for me, I'm like, yo, I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna see how snatched I can get. If I want to be more snatched,
that's it.
Which doctor am I gonna go see to get
holla at Dom
to snip off that extra little bit?
And ain't nothing wrong with that either.
And nothing's wrong with that either. So yeah, so it's different for everybody. But I've seen people who go through it, and even if they had a C-section, like you would look at them, and if their scar's not showing, you're like, bro, there was never a baby. It really depends on your genetics, really. And that was something that was really wild for me, I think, that I didn't expect when I was in that whole era, was how similar my experience would be to my mom's. So I feel like my advice for a lot of women is like, if you have that relationship with your mom where you can ask her certain questions, like talk to your mom about her experience bearing children and all the things that went along with it. Because at least for me, it was like a mirror image, like right down to the way my stomach looks now. Like
that was your mom?
That's crazy. That was my mom. Yeah. And it was wild. Our birth stories are like almost identical, and all of it is just super similar.
All I know
feel like
is
it's all in the genetics.
My mom just had C-sections for all of us.
Yeah.
And that was it. So I'm wondering if that's going to be the same for Cheyenne and I.
Honestly, maybe not. It really depends, because there's also there's a difference in the time too.
True.
I know a lot of people, it also depends on your doctor. Like some people's doctors will push them to have a C-section because they can schedule it. It's easier. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, why would I do something for my doctor's convenience, right? But for some people, it's like, it's a genetic thing. Like for me, Carter's head wasn't fitting through my pelvis. Like he was not moving. I pushed for 45 minutes. I tried.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they were like, girl, I'm sorry. Like he's just not budging at all. So some people are built different. Like their body will be able to accommodate their baby. Even if their mom had a C-section, maybe she had it for different reasons. Maybe she was in labor too long and your heart rate was raising or whatever, and they had to just go in and do it. But there's a lot of people who I feel like I should backtrack because there's a lot of people whose parents did do things one way, but you can change. You can change it in other circumstances.
There's just a lot that goes with pregnancy. Oh my goodness.
There is. And there's a lot of people like who are like, bro, my mom had this kind of pregnancy, but like I had a water birth with no drugs and my baby was out in 5 minutes, even though my mom was laboring for 24 hours. So like you honestly, even though you can talk to your mom, you still don't really know how it's going.
Yeah, you still won't know exactly.
But you can try. You can try.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it is scary because there are a lot of unknowns and like there's no way to sugarcoat that. Like I can't sit here and say that it's not scary because I can tell you all my experiences and you can have a completely different experience, which is the craziest part of all of this.
That's crazy.
But that's also why I'm like, we were talking about people judging and feeling guilt, but I feel like that's also why there needs to be, and I think it's getting better, but moms not judging each other so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody acts one way when it's someone else's kid, but then when it's yours, you could do something totally different, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like just having the community to be able to support each other and talk openly about our different experiences, like that's only going to help. Like if you hear 85 stories about what a woman's childbirth was like, you'll be so much more prepared for your own, even though you still don't know what yours is going to look like. You have all of this knowledge behind you.
It just makes it easier hearing everybody else's experiences and knowing that like you can also be like, you know what, this person went through it and was okay.
Exactly.
And like that means whatever my experience will be, I'll be okay. And like even hearing your experience, like I'm still trying to be pregnant one day. So and even if I know that like I might give birth to an 11-pound baby, I'm still trying to feel that.
But guess what? Honestly, I can say all that stuff for shock value. Like, yes, I had an 11-pound baby and it's crazy, but like it doesn't take away from what you said earlier. There's a lot of beautiful things about having a baby, and there were a lot of beautiful things about being pregnant too. And you actually do miss those things when you're not. Like, I understand your coworker or your friend who loves being pregnant because there are so many just exciting and like happy
anticipation.
Yeah, like when you feel your baby kick, that heart fluttering feeling. Oh my gosh, like
you'll never forget it.
It's unmatched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then your baby's gone, and all you have is like bubbles in your stomach from Chinese food. Like that's it. Like,
and then the same baby giving you butterflies, cussing you.
Exactly.
Or, like, all right.
Or kicking you from outside.
Exactly.
Now it's not cute anymore. Like,
I was like, all right,
no boy.
Thank you.
And then yelling at you.
That's crazy. I've always wanted to know because we weren't privy to when you had Carter. That information we didn't see. I saw the foot and I was like,
oh, the soft launch.
The soft launch.
When she soft launched the baby, I was like, oh, because I mean, in the beginning, we were just really with you throughout the whole journey of the pregnancy. And then, things happen or whatever, which, we don't have to get into it. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you kind of, I don't know if it's entitled, but I just felt like I was a part of it, and like you had to tell me.
I know.
Even though like I'm not like your friend, like like I'm not your friend to be in your business. But I was just like, how dare her just stop sharing the stories with us?
Cheyenne wanted to be included.
And then it was just nothing. We got the cute announcement. We got the
Cheyenne said, I don't care about the rest of you. It's just me that I'm worried about. Why'd you leave me out?
And I've been Team Dom and Royce talking but you guys give me the baby deal.
You know what's crazy is I would have sent you a photo on the low if you paged me. Like,
yeah, but I just wanted to mind my business.
What? The joke is, I told her that. I'm like, she'll send. I'm like, if you say, be like, Dom, hey, but she's like, I don't want to do that.
I know. But honestly, yeah, it was a lot.
That was funny.
But I feel like something switches. Like, obviously, we were sharing a lot on social media, so I'm not surprised that like people were like, oh my gosh, I want to see the baby's face. But like also as a parent, you're just like
protective.
You're protective, but also there was something kind of fun about not
hiding your big head
those ones.
I was like look how the baby head big so where's face?
I'm showing y'all the back of his head. Emotional
she's pulling how the girls hide the back of their man's head. She's doing that with her baby.
I'm wizard Kellying my baby.
No, like, dead ass.
She really was.
Yeah.
And I would always tell her, I'm like, Shan, I know that baby's cute, eh? I know he's adorable. I'm just trying to see.
Honestly, yeah. And even if you're not like big on social media or whatever, I feel like as a parent too, there's just something special because it's like I know I'm not getting this back and I just want to hold it in its little cocoon for a while and just like set it free when I'm ready to do it.
And I'll let you guys all up in my business.
Yo, because
was that hard to shut it off though? Like from being so open to like closing it down now?
Not really.
Or minimizing it?
Not really, because I feel like I was giving I was giving too much of myself to the outside world, and that's not to say that I think I'm like everyone's watching or whatever. Like I'm just no, but I feel like I was giving a lot of my information and my feelings to the outside world when not everybody necessarily deserved that or needed to be a part of that, and I needed to learn what needs to be shared and what can be kept to myself. And I feel like I learned that, and that was just me practicing that. And it wasn't hard because I felt like everyone who is the closest to me will see and know what's good. The people who are kind of on the outskirts, like we can share whatever if we want. Or if people if you messaged me and said, yo, let me see your baby, I would have been like, yo, you could get a little sneak peek.
Yeah, I mean, I could.
But
I just wanted to respect it, you know?
Exactly. And I appreciate that too. But yeah, it's just something that you kind of you need to recognize when it's time to share. And for some parents, they don't ever want to share their kids on social media. And I get why they don't either. Yeah. And even me sometimes, I'm like, okay, what am I posting? What am I showing? What information am I giving? Because like it's just a really sad reality that there's a lot of people out there who aren't like they don't have your best interests at heart, or they're out there doing creepy things. Like it's just there's too much unknown in the world. So I understand the parents who hide it a little bit, but
too much bad mind people outside.
You know, but
what they are, people feel like in this day and age, people feel too entitled in your business. They do, and they feel that once you share something, that like, oh my God, she or whoever has to tell me what's going on. Everything. Like I owe it to you guys just because my business was once out there. That don't mean I owe you anything.
Facts, exactly. Like, and if I want to retract my business,
I can most definitely retract my business. But people are just too much entitled on social media these days.
Exactly. So yeah, so it was okay.
Yeah. I mean, it happens for a reason, right? So.
Yes. And now I have fun because I'm just like, yo, now I'll post like a little throwback and it's like something y'all never seen before because nobody saw his face at that point. So like when I show a picture of newborn Carter now, because I'm just like, whatever, he's out there. Like people are like, yo, he was so squishy.
I was like, fangirling over his birthday post. Yeah. I was like,
not a birthday post. I was like, wow, that's what he looked like.
Yeah, he was a sweetie still. He was
so
He went bald though for a little bit. He went bald. That was fun. Yeah, he got cradle cap and all his hair fell off. And we had a little baby looking like a friggin' munchkin. It was so cute. He had,
must have been petrified.
He had one little... Yeah, I was like, when's his hair gonna grow back? Like, hello. He was born with a full head of hair. Yeah. And when he lost it, I was like, I went through all that heartburn for what? For what? Just for you to lose your scalp
and now
hair?
Look at him, no. And look at him now.
Yes. And look at him now, flourishing.
Full head of hair.
He said bald where? I got shake, girl. I got shake.
No, I like that you're able to do that because like that's kind of like how I envision it because I've always shared so much on social media in my past, and I just now it's like I like when people are like, oh, like you're still doing this or
Shanna posted throwbacks of her relationship. I'm like, I didn't even see that video.
I
mean, where'd you have that?
You just start recognizing.
That's it. You start recognizing because even like just my relationship, I was with my man for a year before I showed his face anywhere.
Yo, no, seriously. I'm talking like a full year. She didn't show nothing.
Year. You
kept
guys
that
think,
man under wraps.
I'm telling you, you guys think it was 5 years? No, it's 6 years. The first year you didn't know nothing because I said nobody is taking my piece from me again. There's a whole
extra anniversary on top.
Like, no, there is.
We have no idea.
That's crazy.
I kept it that way for a reason.
I love it.
Because you have to learn, like, at the end of the day, I think nowadays social media is so heavily influenced because you can make money from social media. You want to grow. People want to be influencers. Yeah. I have a podcast. So there's like different ways to make it work. But there is some things that are sacred or just none of your business.
Yeah.
And I feel when you open the door for people, it's like you give them an inch and they take a mile. And it's like they feel like you're owed to knowing
like you are absolutely
your business when you're not.
Yes. And honestly, like it's not even. Not me losing my thought.
It happens all the time.
Me every day.
Yo, what? It's like I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I really lost it. I can't remember what you said. What did you say?
I was talking about just giving too much information to people and then them feeling like they owe it. There you go. Catch it back.
Caught it back. I feel like when you're sharing too, like when you are in the habit of sharing that information, you also like can start to delude yourself a little bit into thinking like all these people are actually my friends. You know what I mean?
That part.
And you start classifying people in the wrong way, where it's like you don't necessarily get the friend, you get the acquaintance title. And as like for me, I've always been the kind of person. I feel like a lot of people say this. This sounds freaking cliche, but I've always been the kind of person that like gives everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm like, I feel like I have the most genuine intentions whenever I interact with someone on social media. Like if I don't want to be talking to you, why would I go out of my way to message you? So everybody who gives that energy to me, I'm like, why would you go out of your way to talk to me if you aren't genuine towards me either? Mm-hmm. So you will post things and people are interacting with, you know, the little tidbits of your life and you're like, yo, these people are friends, but I'm mislabeling you right now.
Yeah.
So I think that you kind of learn you learn that lesson. As long as you learn it the hard way, sometimes you learn it yourself and you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna start sharing less. But either way, I think you start to realize that people on social media, as much as you might have some genuine friendships that do grow from there, it's like you can't put everybody on the same playing field.
Definitely not. No, most of you guys are my social media friends. And you notice that like when you go through stuff, especially when you go through stuff on social media, you'll see who's your social media friend and who's your actual brethren.
Yes.
And 95% of you guys are all social media friends. Just in case you guys didn't
y'all
know,
getting called
you
out.
guys are all social media friends. Let's be honest here. Because all you get to, that's my bestie and you want to kiki. No, you kiki with people in business. That's what you guys kiki about.
Okay,
But
stop calling me out.
But like, comment, subscribe.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's yeah, but we all
But
learn.
we
all learn.
We do.
Don't get me wrong. Like I'll send Chandler the Instagram DM and a little kiki about somebody, but I'm talking like there's people in real life who literally sit down and just chat people's business, and that's how they're friends.
Do. Listen,
and that's
my business have been chatted up and down, and we're just not doing
and
that
around and around. We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, same, and we're not doing it anymore.
We're not.
That's why these things are sacred.
You guys are gonna.
That's why you need to
chat about old news if that makes you feel better.
Facts.
But none of this new news. I promise you that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird. Like just like all those things, like pregnancy and all these things, like all the things I want, and I'm like, I can't wait for those things. And as I'm saying that to myself, I know dang well I probably if y'all find out I'm pregnant, I know goddamn well like it's like right at the end of the trimester.
Not even give her like she's right at 9 months about to go to the hospital.
I'm in the hospital.
Fact.
Like surprise. Because at that point I just feel like
my girl is mid.
And unless you catch her on road, that's really
like oh well, why you're not gonna catch me on road?
Fact.
It's just gonna be heavy sweats because don't sweat to me.
You don't even know.
I can't.
I'm packing a whole ass baby. Like
that's what I'm saying. It could be either PTSD or whatever the case may be, but I see, and it's like even with like celebrities and just like how people are so privy. Like someone just pointed out the other day, they're like, yo, like we don't know Rihanna's the baby, like her baby's name, like her son. We just know she has a son.
Exactly.
And she just calls him a son.
I didn't even know that.
And like Nicki Minaj's child is almost 5 and we don't know the baby's name.
Thank you. What she call him? She calls him like
she calls him Papa.
Papa. There we go.
But it's like
that's crazy.
Why do I feel like I have to know the kid's name?
Exactly. But I still want to know. But
I don't know who.
And I just want to know for my own calculation, just in case I want to name it after. But you know
what Jay-Z and Beyonce's twins look like?
Yeah, we do. We know what they look like, but they were like...
We do. She's shown glimpses.
Because I'm like, I feel like we only know Blue.
When she did the Lion King soundtrack, she showed the babies.
Yes, I remember. She showed the babies
at the very end.
Oh yes, okay.
At the very
but
end.
all that I didn't even remember that.
I'm a Beyonce stan. I was like, "Where's the babies? Show me the babies!
Like, show me the babies!"
Oh, you're the Beyonce stan. Oh, so you're going to the concert.
Yeah, I'm going to the concert.
Oh, you'd hate me. I'm so sorry.
You're not going to the concert?
I'm not really a Beyonce stan.
That's fine. You don't have to be a stan.
Okay.
I'm not. Yo, have y'all seen? Have y'all seen Swarm?
I
that?
watched the first episode. Yeah,
Okay.
with Chloe Bailey.
But I'm not,
I
I'm
saw a
not
clip.
one of those. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not like I'm a Beehive member. Don't get me wrong. But if you don't want to be in the hive, that's
That's
okay.
fine.
No, I like her,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'm one of the people who are just like I'm not a part of that. Like I'm
Okay.
not like
You're not an eternal
Yeah.
ride or die stan. Like I
no,
will die for Beyonce.
no.
Nah.
I'm not even that for Chris Brown, and we all know this is the Chris Brown Stan podcast.
Listen, as much as I love Beyonce and as big of a fan as I am, like you're not gonna catch me acting crazy in these streets for someone that I do not know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Facts.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's be
So
clear.
no.
All jokes aside, please. I
Oh,
beg.
yeah. Let's be
Like
real.
you're not gonna catch me outside acting a fool.
no,
But
I
I'm gonna look for the babies in the video. That's
Yeah, of course.
Oh no, I'm gonna pre. Yeah, I'm
Because
gonna
that's the
pre.
little things that we like, but I
Yeah.
mean, that's what's
It's entertainment.
And look
like
at us
that.
being privy to Beyonce's information.
I'm
where's
saying.
the twins?
I'm
Beyonce,
saying, but you know, I mean, that's just because she's Beyonce.
Facts.
But I mean, on the regular spectrum of just
Thank you.
us, people,
not
just,
Beyonce. Why do you care about my baby?
Yeah, like,
Facts.
leave me alone. You know
Like
what
I didn't
mean?
know I was the Beyonce of your life.
That-
Let me
like,
just-
literally.
Let me just do that. I don't know. I that's what I think. But I think it's very important. I think it's something that we just all have to just really take care of ourselves and
Yeah.
make sure that you're strong for this world, because this world is just weird. Like there's a good and there's bad, and I just like the fact that everybody can learn and grow if you want to, or if you don't want to, just be stubborn and do what you got to do. But you learn and grow, you move, and then it's like, because we have to start thinking that way. We're gonna have children
Yes.
that are gonna be moving and grooving with us and growing with us,
Yes.
and it's like, what are we like? We are our parents now. Like we've always been in this. I don't know. I'm saying we, but me. I've always been in this. Like I'm still 20s,
I'm a child.
party. I'm a child.
Yes.
But now, like, I'm a big like I'm an adult. Like,
Now I see what my
Listen,
parents
I
are
have a
saying.
baby and I'm still like, I'm a child. But
I
yes.
still behave like one.
No, but you have to.
Right.
'cause
You have
it's
to.
like you have to find the balance of like being a parent or like being an adult, but also like I can act like I'm 15 again sometimes.
Yeah,
because you
do.
find the small enjoyments in life. But like I love telling my nieces, you have McDonald's money because somebody told me that.
Yeah, someone uses like
And as much as I'll buy the McDonald's, that's not the point. I just want to say it.
I need to say it. We can
Because I'm
still go
here
to
now. We can still
drive-thru.
go through, but I'm here now, so I can say
all
that.
fruit snacks. To be perfectly honest
All
with you
the
guys,
fruit
Yep.
snacks.
I'm buying fruit snacks for me.
Hand over the fries. Hand over those fries,
Yup,
though. Hand over
like-
those fries.
The fruit roll-ups are mine. The
toy
gushers
is
are mine. Don't touch it.
I promise you that's going to be Cheyenne because she's a fruit snack like fiend.
Yo.
She's not buying the fruit snacks.
You're
for her
gonna be
kids.
eating your kids' snacks.
She most
I know.
definitely is.
absolutely.
But it's okay because sometimes I find myself I eat Carter's Teddy Grams. Like
Teddy Grams are delicious.
Teddy-
Yo,
so
if
good.
there's one thing I know for sure is that y'all got all the snacks.
Yo.
Moms, parents always
All
have
the
the
snacks.
snacks.
I do have snacks on deck usually, but actually in my house I don't keep a lot of snacks. I'll keep like a couple things that I know Carter likes.
Really?
But I'm not stocking up on the snacks. No.
Really?
No. Because
Wow.
then we start
You
eating
start
them.
snacking them.
We start
Yeah.
eating
Note to
them.
self: don't go to Dom's house.
And I'm like, boy, don't worry. If I have guests coming over, I will snack. I will buy snacks just for the guests that come
Okay,
over.
okay.
But if
Okay.
you're coming over to my house on a random Tuesday, do not expect me to have like chips and dip or something. Like, no. I'm trying
Like
to
I'm not that kind of mom.
I'm trying to get my mind right over here. I got like cucumber slices. I got grapes. I got some cookies, but like don't be
That's
looking
it.
for anything more than that because
That
I'm
is
trying to
hilarious.
keep my son balanced.
Oh my gosh.
But there's always a cookie or two in the backpack. Still, I gotta keep it on me.
I mean, I'm not mad at you, girl. Hey, man. So what's next for you, for Dom, for your life, for your family?
Ooh, oh God, potty training.
How's that going?
Yo, we didn't even start yet. I lied. I have a potty. I made him sit on it, but like, have we done anything on it yet? No.
No.
I mean, at least you got him to sit on
It's
it, so I
okay.
feel like that's step number one.
I gotta get
He's
him comfortable
acknowledged
first.
it.
Exactly. You know it's there. You know where it is. You know where to
Facts.
go. When
Exactly.
It's
So
time
you
to
know
go.
it's working.
Exactly. So that's number one. But honestly, for me, I think I'm just continuing to keep the balance. Like that's my main goal is like knowing when to focus on one thing and when to focus on another thing. Like, okay, if I feel like I got this mom stuff in the bag right now, cool. I'll just continue being on autopilot in mom mode for a second and then start focusing on my career or whatever it is that I need to do. So for me, it's just about continuing to balance things and not letting one thing overpower the other because I find myself to be a bit of an extremist where I'll literally just dive into one thing and everything else gets pushed to the side. So trying to just keep my hands in all the pots. But yeah, I want to keep working on my fitness. I literally started being consistent like 4 months ago, and that was something that was really hard for me. So I'm trying to keep that up, not just physically too, but like mentally. And as a mom, that's become my me time. Like I get a whole 2.5 hours in the morning to myself in silence with nothing but my beats on. Like that's lit. So I'm keeping that. And I'm trying to grow reading some way, somehow. Like I have my book page where I'm posting reviews, and I don't necessarily know what I want it to turn into, but I'm open to it going a number of different ways. So I just want to keep posting, keep growing, and figure out like what are the things on the side that, you know, add a little spice in there. So yeah, and who knows if Royson will find a ring to put on my finger.
I'm just joking. Listen.
We told him when he was here, we're like, you better hurry up and get a ring.
Listen, and if I don't get a personal invite,
girl,
it's
you
beef.
You already know. It's coming in the mail. Thank you
so much.
When I know, you'll know.
All right. Okay, don't worry. Thank you so much. I just wanted to confirm, so we had this on videotape.
But facts, yeah. So just keeping family at the forefront, but not forgetting all the other stuff. So
That's good.
Love a balance.
Okay. So we play a game on this show.
Ooh.
On this show.
Not
on
this
this
show.
podcast. And it's called CheyTea. So either you shy away from the question or you spill the tea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, you can shy away, you can spill the tea. The power of podcasts is that I edit a lot of things out because it ain't none of the business. But sometimes it can be a business if we're willing to share.
If we let it.
Hold on. Let me get
She said, let me just sip a little bit of water. Some agua.
A little bit.
Godparents.
We don't have any.
You don't have any godparents?
We don't have any godparents.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is...
Ew. Why you do that same time as me?
You copied me.
Listen, I saw the superstitious Jamaicans come out real quick. I'm about to get beats right now. Crazy. I'm about to get paid. Honestly, I thought about it and I was just like, I can't pick. Mm-hmm. And for me, like, I have like special aunties and the special uncles, and the close ones know who they are.
Right.
But I'm like, I can't pick just a godparent. And when I was looking at it realistically, I think about, I love my godparents, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of godparents that I see in other people's lives, like there's nothing extra there. And maybe it's just because I haven't seen it play out in real life, but it's like, okay, you get the title, then what?
Yeah.
Right? And I know that it's there in case something happens to the parents and whatever, but I'm like, my support group knows who's gonna jump in where in case something were to happen. And I want my kid to kind of build their own relationships with their aunties and uncles, and whoever you're the closest with, whoever's your go-to, like let that be your go-to. It wasn't for us. It wasn't for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't even get mad at that because, like, I talk to more so my godfather here and there, but my godmother I don't really talk to at all.
Yeah. I have the opposite experience. I talk to my godparents.
So she talks to her godparents.
And then, like, my friend explained it to me that, like, when she's choosing her godparents, she doesn't necessarily think that, oh, like, if something were to happen to me, you're taking care of my kid. No, I'm picking it as, like, you're going to be the person to show my kid, like, the way of God. Like, you're going to So I was like, I never thought about it that way either. So I kind of like both of them. So I have a good experience with my godparents. So shout out to y'all. Love you guys so much. But I mean, I understand what you're saying because most people don't necessarily like keep that relationship over time.
Yes.
Usually they're just kind of just there.
Like I've seen, or it's like the first couple years of the kid's life, they're right there. But then as they go and get their own, you know, they have their own kids maybe, or whatever happens in life. It's just, I don't know. Yeah. I've just seen it not really do much. So I don't know. That's just my personal take. Spill the tea.
That was a good one.
That was nice.
It.
I thought I was gonna be late, but I was like, wow.
Yeah,
That was full shock. We're like, wow.
kicked out of the podcast studio real quick.
Not even. Okay, next one.
Ooh, girl.
Royston.
What about him?
Are you gonna shy away or spill some tea on Royston?
I'll spill some tea on Royston.
Spill some tea on your man.
I'll spill some tea on my man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what kind of tea are we looking for? I'm scared. Sorry in advance.
No, he's okay.
Oh, he's that.
What is Royston's love language?
Ooh. This is a trick question. And he's gonna watch this. And I know when he gets to this part and I'm looking over his shoulder, he's gonna be like,
He's gonna be looking at you, better answer right.
yes. So my first instinct would be to say physical touch because that's just the most outwardly presenting. But his love language is acts of service. Yeah. So when I do things for him, like when I cook for him, if I were to be like, yo, babe, I folded your laundry, which I never do because he just folded it. Love you. Shout out to you, XOXO. But if I do something for him, something small, something big, whatever, he's like, that's his like heart eyes. That's it.
That's cute.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it right. You got
Good for you.
I did.
She's like, I know my man.
She's like, yeah.
I know my man.
My man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing all 2023 and beyond, friends.
You know?
Oh, that's good. Okay, next
Yes.
one.
I'm spilling it all today.
What is your opinion on the Toronto dating scene?
Oh, God.
Calm down.
Sorry.
Why does it have to be so negative, friends?
Girl,
positive.
have you been girl bye? You've been out the
Okay.
game for like 6 years.
I don't know. Okay, I actually don't know if I'm qualified to answer. Actually, never mind. Okay, hold on.
She's like, wait a minute.
So
Wait.
I was gonna say because I like most of my adult life, I lived in Ottawa for school, and then I moved back to Mississauga after I finished school, and then like immediately after I moved back, that's when I met Royston. So like, but I've had experiences with Toronto men and talking to Toronto men and just anyways I hate talking down on like a region specifically because I just feel like there's gonna be amazing people and there's gonna be trash people no matter where you go. I feel like everybody in their own respective city is gonna be like, men from here are trash because you just have the proximity. Like if I go talk to a girl in Chicago, she's gonna be like, Chicago men are trash because that's just I see it on the internet all like wherever y'all are from, that's who's getting the smoke. So I definitely feel like there's some frogs. But it is possible to find your prince. You want a PO region prince?
I'm glad you guys feel that way. Me, on the other hand, I do not. I think they're all fraudulent. So, and
I will say it's slim pickings.
it is slim pickings, and I feel like all the good ones are already taken, and or like they have the females patiently waiting for the good ones that they like to fix up, and then you have ones who are just gone.
Not gone.
Like
They're
just,
beyond.
They're
yeah.
just beyond me, and I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
I kind of gave up a little bit. So
That's fair.
we dipped into other waters.
Yeah. I mean, I can't relate anymore. I used to be able to be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
trash, hot trash.
All
No. But
listen, all I know is that I'm not going back to the streets. Like,
no.
if it don't work out, it's just I'm single forever, or I'm moving to a new region to go look.
Get
over
me
there.
out of here.
But I don't want to go back to the streets.
No.
It looks ghetto. Sorry for all y'all who are out there.
Extremely ghetto.
It's ghetto.
There's no
Trust
sorry
me,
about
it's
that.
real ghetto.
There's no,
But being
there's no
in
sorry.
it's no. It's a no.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
And
flourishing.
You're about to flourish too. Don't worry.
Just now.
you
Just
will.
now.
Just
Oh yeah,
now.
just now. Don't worry, guys.
Absolutely.
Don't get
You're
it twisted.
flourishing.
I'm outside. Don't sleep.
There you go. How you
Don't
mean?
get it twisted.
How you mean?
Not too much on me.
Aaliyah said, talk to the listeners, not me.
Okay, last question. This is a little bit,
Spicy?
it's a little. You can make it spicy, but
Okay.
I just want to know because I know I'm a little, Pregnancy sex. I said you can shy away, but I just want to know because I know the kind of girl I am.
We could have this
But
conversation
we don't
off
need
camera.
to. We don't need to have like it doesn't. I don't need to know the details. I just want to know like, is it important? Is it as good as people say it is, or is it like
believe the hype or don't believe the hype?
Yeah, believe.
That's
the hype
all I
or
need
don't
to
believe the
know.
hype.
I don't even need to know details. Believe it or don't.
I know my mom's gonna watch this because she watches whatever I do, but believe the hype.
Oh yeah.
Believe the hype. Believe the hype. Believe the hype.
That's all I need to know.
She said, "Believe it. Believe
That's all I
it."
needed to know.
Just believe it.
You know, when you say something 3 times, you mean it.
All right, that's all we need to know.
That's it.
That's
I'm
it.
so sorry.
Thank you so much for participating.
It's okay. Because, like, you know, Royce is my friend, so I don't need to know the details. But I'm just saying, I just want to make sure it's as hype as it is. Because when it's my time, listen.
I'm outside.
Listen, all I gotta say is for when your time comes, this isn't even like about pregnancy sex, but just if you're gonna breastfeed, just cherish the breastfeeding titties. Like, oh my God. If somebody was like, yo, if you could be pregnant again for just one thing, what would you do?
Titties?
The titties. Bring them back, because why was I an A cup before and then I had a whole baby? People are like, I got double D's, triple D's. I got like to a C, and then mans are done breastfeeding and it's just gonna be,
deflates.
I'm gonna be an A&a-half now. Like, not even a full B. I don't make it make sense.
Oh
we
my
were thriving.
gosh.
So just enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Okay.
Enjoy it.
That's good to know.
We love the honesty.
Love that for you.
Oh man.
Man. Well, thank you so much for joining us and joining the podcast. And I hope we didn't get too much in your business, but you know, she
Nah.
shared.
Thank you for having me.
Just enjoy this part because you ain't getting nothing else.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Listen,
it.
I didn't share anything I didn't want to share. So,
Come on.
That's it.
We love
Sharing
that.
You.
and that's on not being shy and spilling the tea.
Oh!
Listen!
Come on!
Our t-shirts.
Come on!
Plug for that if y'all need shirts. I got you.
Come on!
Urban Lab at Urban Lab.
Come on!
Oh, that was so good.
That was great. That was really good. I can't believe we never thought of
No,
that.
you made the joke already. I just worded it
I
different.
know,
but like it just.
I guess that's what happens when you read books. I gotta read some books. How do you read?
Just a couple.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Oh damn.
I love you guys.
Oh, goodness.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Do all this stuff
Period.
that Aaliyah told you to do at the beginning
Follow
of the
us
video.
on TikTok, Instagram. You know the vibe. Send it on a WhatsApp. Send it to your granny, your uncle, your auntie, your your godparent, if you have one, your friend, everybody at Jamaica, Barbados, all of honor. Send it.
Shut up.
Just saying. Send it. Y'all, you listen, these Jamaicans, we send these 15-minute videos. Y'all can send a link to the podcast.
I'm saying, share it with your friends, share it with your
Facts.
aunties. Thank you so much for tuning into the CheyTea podcast. We will see you next time. Peace out, drink water, and mind your business.
Nah.
That part.
Oh,
my ears are hot. That was really good.
was it good?
Yeah, that was good.
It was good. It felt good.
I need that.
I might
They're
actually
so fun.
I might actually listen to this episode.